Today I made myself a caramel latte. Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. The reason today that I'm here barefaced is because of the fact that I'm doing the highly requested makeup tutorial finally, or just my everyday makeup. So let's get started. First I start off with a Sunstick just as a primer. And this is a matte Sunstick, so it actually helps a lot with any oil that I may have going on my face, just to make sure my skin is prepped for the makeup. I do like a dewy finish, but when it comes to the base, I like it to be like semi-matte at least. And I have clean hands that I just washed. So I use a cushion on a daily basis. I jump between a few cushions. These are a few of my favorites, which is the 정샘물 Essential Skin Nuder Cushion in Fair Light. This Clio Kill Cover Clio Kill Cover, the new foundation. Let's try that again. The Clio Kill Cover, the new Foundwear Cushion. Clio Kill Cover, the new Foundwear Cushion in Ginger. So this is another one that I use. And I also use this Laneige one, which I believe is just the Neo Skin Cushion. It doesn't have a name on it, so I use this one. And the last one that I jump between is the April Skin Magic Snow Cushion. And it kind of just goes based on the day, depending on what I want to use. These two are actually kind of drying out, so I need to refill these. I might just use the Kill Clio cushion today. And it's so cute. Okay, ready? Look, it's a little kitten. You've got a little kitten. You've got a little kitty paw. And then for the actual cushion in itself, look at the little kitten tracks. Isn't that adorable? It's so odd because I usually listen to music while I get ready. So this is a different experience for me right now. I really like this cushion because it's very moist whenever you put it on, but then as it dries, I guess is the word, later on as you do the rest of your makeup, it turns into a matte finish. I use a cushion as opposed to a foundation on a daily basis because I feel that I don't really need a full foundation on the daily, and cushions are just so much faster and easier to put on, especially if I'm just going to class or whatever. So I find that it's just a lot faster and easier, and in that way I don't have to do anything else. And then most days I will just go in with a little bit of whatever I'm using, and I'll just focus it on parts where I want a little more coverage. Yeah, so that's that for cushion. And if I need to conceal, I will always use this, if I can get it. Ooh, she dropped something. I use this Peau concealer, and this is in French. Peau Beaute Corrector Visage and Concealer in 1 Ivory. This is the best concealer I've ever used. It's a little bit on the pricey end, I'm not gonna lie, but I've been using it for about like 4 months now, and I still have like so much left. Like, I'm not gonna twist it all the way up, but I still have a lot left. So I use this to help conceal my under eye circles. I actually usually use a liquid concealer for my under eyes because my under eyes tend to crease a lot. But today I actually ran out of my liquid concealer. I'm actually looking into getting the Clio Kill Cover concealer because my friend said that was really good. And then I took a cushion and then a essence spray or a serum spray, and then I spray this, which is also what I do whenever I use foundation, and then I blend it out. This just helps the product blend out better, as I found, and gives it more of a natural looking finish as opposed to super matte or super dewy. Alright, and bye bye dark circles. I don't have anything extra that I really want to conceal today because my skin's been actually kind of nice to me these past few weeks, so let's hope it stays that way. I also just uploaded a skincare routine on my TikTok if you guys want to go check that out and see what products I use. I could also do a skincare routine like morning and nighttime here on this channel if you wanted. Next I'm going to use this Too Cool for School Artclass. I can't talk today. Too Cool for School, there comes the sirens. Every time. Okay, this is the Too Cool for School Artclass by Rodin Finish Setting Pact. And it's just a really, I think this is a good dupe for the NARS setting powder. So it has like a little bit of a reflective finish to it, so it doesn't give you like that flashback in pictures, but it just sets it really nice and makes it look very bright. And it's a very finely milled powder, So actually whenever you pick it up on your brush, you don't feel like you're getting a lot of product, but then you actually are. And then I'll set the bridge of my nose. Next I go in with the Laura Mercier just translucent setting powder, and this is just the mini one because I'm always traveling. But then I take a brush with this, I just set my T-zone, which is this forehead area right here, my nose, and especially right here. This isn't part of the T-zone, but the sides of my mouth where it creases a lot, especially if I smile. This just helps to make sure I don't get any creases, any lines, and also keeps my face from getting oily throughout the day. I also like to powder my eyebrows before I go in with a pencil. I don't really know why. I think it just makes them look more natural for me. Next I go in with a contour stick. This is the Rare Beauty bronzer stick in the shade Brightside. I just recently got this, but I really like it. I go in right in the hollow of my cheek and then drag that down to my jawline. And I do the same thing again where I take the sponge, a little more serum spray, get all that serum spray on it, don't waste a single drop, and then I blend it out. I found recently that I've been really liking cream products as opposed to powder because it just looks a lot more natural, and I have dry skin, so it helps with my skin cracking and peeling, which it does pretty often, even though I moisturize it like no one's business. Next I go with the cream blush. This is Cloud Paint by Glossier in the shade Dusk, and I really love this shade. I saw it in store and I thought this was the prettiest color. It's like this perfect nude shade. I don't even know how to explain it. You guys will probably just see it, but... And then I just take it on a small cushion that I got from a travel cushion, which is perfect for cream blush, and I just apply it, starting mostly on the back area of my cheek and then bringing it forward. I put a little bit on the bridge of my nose. And then with the same little sponge that I used earlier, I have a side for blush, which I used to blend it out, and it already has the serum spray on it from earlier, so. Oh, and the serum spray that I've been using is the Alba White Truffle First Spray Serum. So this is really nice in my makeup routine. Isn't that such a pretty blush? That is so gorgeous. It really suits my skin tone really well. Next we're going in with eyebrows. Since my hair is currently dyed like this copper orange, like reddish shade, I go in with the NYX eyebrow pencil in the shade Auburn. And first I'm just going to brush them out. I have like beef with my eyebrows where I still don't know how to do them. I just kind of don't really bother with trying to change the shape or anything. I let them grow the way they grow because they are a little thick, and then just fill them in the sparse areas. So I just extend the tail first and draw a line through underneath it just to connect it. I don't really touch this middle part because that's kind of what makes my brows look really, really strong, and they're already kind of strong as is, so I don't want them to be the focal point. I really want to do those feather brows, I just don't know how to. My makeup artist in Korea does such a good job of it, and I've watched it a million times, but I still don't get it. That's eyebrow one, that is finished. And then we go in for the other side. Every time I look at my videos that I post on TikTok or Instagram, I feel like my eyebrows are just so strong, so I've tried to tone it down a lot. I'll fill them in like a teeny tiny bit, and then that's the way they look, and I just don't know what to do. Like, I don't know how to fix it. All these girls with their perfectly crafted feather brows, I want to be them, but I will never be her, sadly. But I feel like this is a better method that I found than other methods that I've used before. Next I go in with a brow Cara or a brow mascara, and this is the Giverny Impression Setting Brow Cara in 5 Soft Sunset, which is the same color as my hair right now. And this kind of helps whenever I don't have time to bleach my eyebrows, because it colors my eyebrows for me. Next we're going into the eyes, and I always start with one of these two, which is the Groundwork Paint Pot by MAC, or the 3CE Liquid Primer Eyeshadow in the Most. They're both pretty similar shades. This one's a little lighter, but I'll give you a little swatch. I kind of have the blush still underneath, but these two shades. So this is when I want to go for a little bit of a lighter look. This is when I start with a little bit of a darker look, and these two are the shades I go for the more often. They're both kind of brown based, so it just depends on the mood that I'm in. But today I'm going to go in with 3CE. Groundwork by MAC. My makeup artist in Korea would use it for me every time we started makeup, but she actually switched to this one as well. So I'm finding that I reach for this one a little more because I go for a lot more natural makeups on a daily. And then I take a brush and I blend it out. It's just a very natural looking light brown, and it's a really nice primer. And then I take it underneath the lower lash line as well. So as you can see, it just gives a nice little light brown base. And then I go in with, a lot of times, this Bobbi Brown shade in Toast. I'll just take a little bit of this on a fluffy blending brush, and then I'll just blend this over the eye. It's essentially the same color, just a little bit warmer than the base that we just put on. But I'm a warm tone. I lean a lot towards neutral, but I'm a warm tone because I got my personal color test last year and they told me that I'm a Clio, or a clear spring, or I believe that's also called a bright spring here in America. Nice. And then we go in with this Clio Pro Eye Palette in 19 Napping Cheese, and I take this shade, which is called Chattering Sand. This shade in the middle, it has a little bit of shimmer to it, which I really like because it's not like an overwhelming shimmer, but it's just the smallest amount. I'll take it on a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'll just apply this just on the lid, just to lighten up that area. And then I'll take this on the inner corner and the lower lash line as well. I like having my eyes be the emphasis of my makeup. Finishing off on the face, I take this very much used Holika Holika tone tuning, I can't read today, the Holika Holika tone tuning shading in Warm Grown, and she's been shown a lot of love. I take this small brush that came with it, and then I contour my nose. So I just start up near my brow and slowly bring it down right here in one line. Do the same on this side. I feel like contouring your nose makes such a difference in makeup. And then I'll take it right underneath this little area of my nose, and then right here. Gives my nose a little more dimension. And I'll take the other side of this brush, and then I'll just touch up the areas that I really want to be contoured on my face, which is just the actual contour of my cheek right here. Even though we already contoured with that stick earlier, I just want a little bit more. Just a little on the jawline, and then a little bit on the forehead right here, just to even things out. And then we finish up on the eyes, which is where I take an eyeliner. I have been using the Sephora liner in Brown Matte, and this is the Ultimate Gel Liner, but my favorite eyeliner is the Kill Clio Sharp So Simple Waterproof Pencil Liner in Brown, because this one is so thin. This one is just so thin and easy to use, especially because I only really use it for the top and inner corner of my waterline. This one, the Sephora one, is nice. It's just a little thicker, so it's a little harder for me to get a really sharp defined line, but I bought it, so I've been trying to use it up. But today, let's just use the Clio one since this is my favorite. And I'm gonna go in and just line the upper lash line and then the inner corner only of my waterline. Lining the inner corner only just gives your eyes a little definition, but doesn't close the eye, which is a tip that I learned from my makeup artist in Korea. It gives my eyes the definition that I want of having a fully lined waterline, but it keeps my eyes pretty open. So I don't really use liquid liner too often. I do use it sometimes, but I only use it in the shade brown. Actually, what I do is I wing it out a little bit with the really thin liner, and then I take my nail and I just go shoop, and then that's the line. I feel like this is also the best way that I found to get even eyeliner, because winged eyeliner is so hard to do. Those are the eyes. Let me give you a little close-up. So the eyes are just like this, very simple eye look, very clean looking. After that, we go in for the lashes, which is starting off with an eyelash curler. This is the same eyelash curler I've used since middle school, and it hasn't failed me. I've seen horror stories about eyelash curlers. I don't know, it scares me sometimes because I have pretty long lashes, and I feel like my lashes are what makes the point of the makeup a lot of the times. But if I got my lashes cut off, and I'm not the type that looks good in false lashes, so I'm a little scared for my life right now. For mascara, I use the Kill Lash Super Proof Mascara, the Extreme Volume version. And I love this mascara. I got it recently, but it's so nice. And it really gives my lashes the oomph that I want. Look at that. Oof. And then for lower lashes, I'll go in with the Kill Lash Super Proof Mascara in long curling because this mascara wand is a little bit slimmer, like way slimmer. So it's easier for me to just really get into those lower lashes. Last but not least, we have lips, and I've actually been really into lip liners recently. This is the Sephora Contour Rouge Gel Lip Liner in the shade Knock on Wood, and it's actually made in Korea, so that's really interesting. I just take this and I line my lips. I don't really overline because I don't know how to do that. But also I've heard that if you have a very defined Cupid's bow like I do, I think, it's harder to overline your lips. It just looks more unnatural, but maybe one day. Because I tried overlining my lips one time and it looked very odd to me. So maybe I'm just not used to it. But I'll just take a lip liner and then I'll line my lips and then I'll fill them in a little bit. I love a good nude lip. After that, actually, I go in with the YSL lipstick in the shade, I think it's just orange or orange if you're French. If you are French, I'm sorry, I just butchered your language, but I just do a touch of this on the lips just to brighten them a little bit. And then I take the Merit tinted lip oil in the shade Taupe, and I like a glossy lip because my lips are really dry. I just layer that over. It gives me such a pretty lip color. Just like nude, but it's a little bit of coral because coral really suits my skin tone. That's the makeup. Let me give you all a close-up. So this is the look. My hair is a mess right now, but it's a very clean, very simple makeup look that I do every day. It's just really easy, very simple. It takes me like 10 minutes to do whenever I'm doing it really quickly, whenever I'm getting ready. So it works really well for me. Like, it's a very simple look. I love the blush, I love the kind of orange lip, and then the eyes are just kind of there. So it's a very clean, very simple look that I feel that a lot of people can utilize, especially if you're warm tone like me. But if you're cool tone, you can just interchange the colors with whatever colors suit you best. So that is my everyday makeup routine. Thank you so much for watching, and it was fun chatting with you guys. More so just kind of showing you guys the products and what I use and things like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will try to be more consistent with uploads. So stay tuned. Thank you so much. Much love. Bye.